Recognised Australian engineer Dr. John Nutt has worked on major projects throughout the world. He is being honoured with the 2014 ATSE Clunies Ross Lifetime Achievement Award for his ongoing contribution to the engineering profession and commitment to the advancement of the industry over the last 50 years.
John Nutt led Arup in Australasia from 1963 to about 1995. In that time, he sought diversification through geographies, moving to other offices, Melbourne, Canberra, Papua New Guinea. So he challenged us to actually think of other ways in which the firm might operate.
We in Australia were competing in Asia against a number of other practices. And I took the view that those practices had to come together into a unit, and I set about devoting the last 5 years of my life to persuading those other practices to sacrifice their independence so that they could come together as a uniform body throughout the world.
Dr. Nutt specialised in the design and analysis of high-rise buildings, and under his guidance, Arup completed many buildings in Australia and overseas, including the Sydney Opera House, Grosvenor Place, NAB House, 1 O'Connell Street, Allianz Stadium, Park Hyatt The Rocks, and Star City Casino.
We're standing on the roof of Governor Phillip Tower on a very important historic site, and the problems were immense building surrounded by heritage buildings and archaeological remains on a very small footprint and a very tall, slender building. And John devised a method of construction that was using a transfer beams at level 21, which was the beginning of the tower, in steel, and starting the basement later.
John has been excellent at actually thinking of problems in different ways and allowing you to create and solve new problems rather than the problems we've solved previously.
Dr. Nutt helped pioneer the use of computers in engineering practice through the design and analysis of the Sydney Opera House roof.
I was called on the Opera House because I had computer skills which were particularly unique at that time, and we were able to devise solutions for the analysis of the forces in the roof and the prediction and shaping of the precasting on the ground as a result of our computer knowledge.
This project received the American Institute of Architects Honour Award in 1992. Under his leadership, Arup Australia won many other awards, including the 1992 President's Award of the New South Wales Chapter Royal Australian Institute of Architects. He oversaw the drafting of the wind and loading codes for the Australian Standards Loading Code Committee and headed the task force that undertook a review of Australian building regulations for government, which resulted in the development of the first fire code.
With the development of the fire code and the acceptance by the government of the fire code in Australia, it was seen by other countries, particularly in Asia, that this was worthwhile following.
Dr. Nutt's great interest in education led him to introduce the Arup Engineering Scholarship Program.
The Arup Scholarship Scheme was set up so that people could go overseas to challenge themselves against the best. And that's a way of really establishing how good you can be as an engineer and how to work with the best people in the world.
He has been granted honorary doctorates by Macquarie University, the University of Technology Sydney, and Sydney University. He was made a member of the Order of Australia for services to engineering. He received the John Connell Gold Medal from the Institution of Engineers Australia, and also the Peter Nicol Russell Memorial Medal in 1998.
I was delighted, I was honoured, and I still think that I have been generously treated by the profession.
He served as Vice President, sat on its national board, and has served as a Governor of the ATSE Clunies Ross Awards.
When I was the director in Papua New Guinea and I needed help because an engineer had to leave urgently, he could have come in and taken over, but he didn't. Instead, he came in and supported me, working under me for 2 months. I mean, that was an incredible moment for a young engineer.
Build a relationship with an engineer that's creative, that's going to work together with you, like John, that thinks creatively and laterally across all of the problems, you'll have a lifetime of success.
As a high-profile Australian in the field of engineering, Dr. John Nutt is now receiving the 2014 ATSE Clunies Ross Lifetime Achievement Award.
There are opportunities for working in firms or opportunities for building firms if you have a love of engineering.
The award aims to recognise Dr. Nutt's outstanding contribution to innovation in engineering and honour his life's work in the field.